So this is video 1 or 2, depending on how we put it on YouTube. And these are things that people ask me all the time. What are the things that I can use that I might have in my cabinet or I can go down to the drugstore and get easily that will help my skin? And these are things that I have had my estheticians use or my clients use for over 40 years. If you are new to my channel, I'm Lisa. I'm 49 years old. I will be 50 next February. I wear no foundation or concealer in these videos, and I don't filter them in any way. This is a real woman aging. I don't color my hair. I've not even touched my face with a needle. So you don't come here and I've cut into my face or I've done a facelift and then I tell you that this product worked. It's worked. It's very important to me that you understand that, because I think social media is absolutely harming women around the world and men. And I think it's because so many people think that if I just put on this cream, my skin's going to look like hers. Or if I go and do a facelift, my skin's going to look like hers. But we forget that many times there's so much makeup on their face. They've done so much that how can they possibly tell you that something worked? I hope that you will stay. I hope that you will enjoy this video. You will like and subscribe and help me get this message out that as we mature, regardless of the age we're at, we are better, we are more beautiful. And I think the beauty industry and marketing tries to tell us we're not. It tries to tell us that as we age, when we're young, if we don't put all this makeup on and dress ourselves up and color our hair, that we are not beautiful. And I think there's nothing more beautiful than someone who just lives in their skin and loves who they are, regardless of their age or as they mature. So these are things that I have had my clients use for decades. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you first, and I don't love the name of it, and I've used different razors, Tingle, I forget some other ones. This one I just happened to find here on our island at Target, and they're called Dermaplaner. I didn't love the name, but they are just these little shavers, and essentially I use them to clean up my eyebrows. Now, someone else might use them to clean up a whisker on their chin. I prefer to use a shaver, but I just hold them up and I clean under my eyebrows, because what I found over decades on myself and hundreds of thousands of clients, and that's really accurate, is that when they would go get waxed or threaded, they would come back with discoloration or melasma. And I think it's really important. I said this in a video recently and someone said, my gosh, Lisa, it just hit home to me. And if I can touch one of you with this, men don't have these issues because they don't put all the crap on their face, the foundations, the concealers, they don't wax their face. And that is why so many of you are getting melasma or discoloration. So I taught my clients years ago to shave. It is an old wives' tale that your hair will grow back thicker. It is actually very good for your skin. However, remember that when you see dermaplaning on different channels or on social media, it's really shaving. Dermaplaning is done with a surgical blade in a medical office for people that have really severe scars, like burns, and they are really scraping away at the skin under anesthesia to try to smooth it out. This is not dermaplaning. Anyway, so these are something that I think you should have in your skincare arsenal along with a shaver. If you want to know how I shave, I show it in a video, a couple of videos probably before this. I'm in the shower and I'm showing you. Peaches, it would be with a Restore Cleanser. Okay, another thing that I love, but unfortunately I have found that so many companies that make this product add things like peanut oil or other oils just because it's more cost effective, I suppose. We source from India, and this is pure black castor oil. Yes, I love Jamaican, but this is pure black castor oil. It should smell smoky. I think it smells like a campfire. It doesn't bother me because it works. Now, when do I wear it? I typically only wear my castor oil at night. I taught my clients years ago to wear it under your eyes and over your eyes overnight. When your skin is healthy, you can actually take it. These are just two different sizes we make. And you can put it all over your skin when you sleep. Now, I still, if you're a peach, will do my other masks like Milk and Magnesia or Peaches Revitalizing Rescue Mask. However, I've always worn this under my eyes and over my eyes. I've always worn it on my eyelashes and my eyebrows. And no, it does not affect the vellus hair. However, it does keep my eyebrows nice and thick and my eyelashes very long. We put it in a bigger bottle because so many people want to put it on their bodies as well. Now, because of the smoky smell, I personally choose to only wear it at night. And I want to be very clear. This is a treatment. It alone will do some things, but you have to be on an excellent routine. And I still use my Peaches facial oil, vitamin E, bergamot oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil to do any of my massaging at night. That is what I use. It's just more of a treatment. It feeds your skin cells, and castor oil is going to be a lipid and an antioxidant, and I think it's better to be worn overnight, but not every night. Now, if you're a peach and you're still breaking out or you're purging, you probably want to wait a little bit, but you can always wear it over your eyes and under your eyes. Cornstarch. There are people that can be allergic to corn, and I've seen it and I've heard about it. And for decades, I would teach new estheticians that came in to work with me. You know, they couldn't wear foundation and concealer to work. It was a rule that I had. Their skin had to be clean and clear. But I taught them that they could take a little bit of cornstarch. Now you could put it in a little container, and they could pat a little bit on maybe an area that was maybe a blemish that was healing. Or they could just use it as a powder on their face. And I actually had some estheticians that would use a powder brush and just put a little bit on their faces just to have more of that matte feeling. Every once in a while, I will actually put it under my eyeliner so that my eyeliner doesn't bleed, because I am so active here on an island that is humid. And I'll just use a little brush and make sure to rub it in. But cornstarch is so great to have in your arsenal. Other things, if you get a rash in your arms from heat rash, if you get a rash from your bathing suit in your, down below, cornstarch is amazing because it keeps things from rubbing. And I think there was a movie a few years ago, I loved it. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it was called Chef. And he went around in a food truck, and during the middle of it, they're shaking this on their lower regions. It really does work. Cornstarch is remarkable for helping areas that have heat rash, bumpiness, or irritation. I've actually had people put it on the neck when people are on bed rest or in a hospital and their creases are really tight and they're sweating. And I swear by this, this is what you put on your new babies. You put cornstarch and you will never ever have a diaper rash. I swear by it. My children never did. And all of my mamas that listen to me use cornstarch. Okay, just a couple more things, guys. I hope it's not going too long. I told you a few videos ago, I wear an eye mask to bed. I love Lunia, and then this is one that we found on Amazon. I just put it on at night. Yes, my castor oil's been on while I read my book. And if it gets on this, I don't mind because it's going to keep it on my eyes all night. I stopped wearing frownies a couple years ago, and I started using this eye mask when we had gone on a trip to Europe and I just needed to sleep. And I swear by it. It's made of silk. It keeps everything very soft here. It keeps me from getting allergies during the night. It keeps everything just not moving really, because at night you're kind of telling your brain, don't move these muscles. And that's what's going to create muscle memory. I don't mind that I have expression. I don't mind if my 11s are showing some days, but I do want to look soft because it makes you look happier. But I don't want to change my expression, and I will never freeze my expression. All right, so that is an eye mask I wear to bed at night. Yes, I wear my mask, my Milk of Magnesia, my Radiance Recovery, or my masks to bed, and it gets on these. It's not a big deal. Okay, Milk of Magnesia. This is a little one I found for travel. It was in a box here at one of our local stores. I love it. The more you shake it up, the thicker it gets. Milk of Magnesia. I have so many videos about this. Milk of Magnesia helps the skin at night when it's purging out impurities. Now, if you're a peach, you may use my Peaches mask, but Milk of Magnesia is something that you can get at the drugstore. At night is when our body heals itself. It's when it purges out impurities through many of the pores that are really hair follicles. We sweat. It cleans everything out. toxins, alcohol, things in the water, things in the food. When you wear Milk of Magnesia to bed, it is anti-inflammatory, it is healing, it is drawing everything out, it is firming. This is the same with Peaches Revitalizing Rescue Mask, which I love. However, you are not dry from this. When people tell me, oh, I got dry, your skin is changing over. You have decades of damage. So think of a snake getting rid of its skin. It is not hurting you. It is not harming you. And you can also spot treat with it. Now, my skin is in great shape, so I can wear castor oil to bed as well. But I may take Milk of Magnesia and put it around my nose. I may put it around my chin. You can spot treat with it. You can wear this and Peaches Revitalizing Rescue Mask to bed. Play with it. But these are game changers. Okay, 2 more things. Persa-Gel by Clean and Clear. This is for bacteria. Monostat is not for bacteria. This is acne. You only need a tiny bit, and I don't typically like you to spot treat with it when you're starting out. If your skin is purging out all the impurities from decades, think of a pore, a hair follicle, as almost a very deep bowl, and for years you've been pushing foundation, concealer, bad sunscreen, just bad skincare into those pores or hair follicles. It's finally going to push up and clean out. It's a good thing. I'm amazed how many people will send me pictures and say, oh my God, it's horrible, it's awful. And they have like 3 pimples. That's okay. That's a good thing. Your masks, everything will help that if you're sticking to the routine diligently. But Persa-Gel is something you can put on either morning or night. Sometimes I like to do, if I do have fungus, I'll do Monostat in the morning and I'll do Persa-Gel at night. I love to then just use a tiny bit because benzoyl peroxide can be irritating to the skin. You can add a little water to it, and you can also put luminescent lifting serum on right after. I am amazed how they work well together if you're a peach. Peach's luminescent lifting serum. This can be used on your back, your neck, anywhere. Now the chest area is the most damaged. So if you have irritation from that, please make sure that you put on Monostat, that you use a little cornstarch, you can use some castor oil, and you can use Radiance Recovery Salve or a little Vaseline. But it can, on some clients, purge like crazy. And just reach out to me, Lisa@PeachesSkinCare.com, if you have any issues. Lastly, I love Melanin Goat Sunscreen. I also love Dermatology Physical. They gave me a code, Lisa20. I will only recommend sunscreen that has the active ingredient zinc oxide or zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Most sunscreens are filled with chemicals. They not only hurt your body and your skin, they have been pulled from the shelves for cancer-causing ingredients, but they also damage our oceans and our reefs. So please stop using the spray sunscreen. That gets in your lungs. Do you hear me? That gets in your lungs. Stop using sunscreens with chemicals in them. It will say on the back of the bottle, active ingredients. It should only say zinc oxide or zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. And for goodness sake, only wear sunscreen when you need to. These people who tell you to wear sunscreen every day, it's not a good thing. It's not a healthy thing. Wear a wide-brimmed hat or nothing will matter. So I hope that I have helped you with some of the tips and tricks. If I left something out that I talk about, don't hesitate to reach out to me and I will answer your questions. With love and kindness, anything asked will be answered. You can also email me personally, Lisa@PeachesSkinCare.com. Don't be afraid to try these products. Don't be afraid to be a peach. These things work, they are small batched, and they will create incredible change. I hope you have an incredible day, and I hope I have helped you uncover your true confidence.